Warning: some of the content in here may be disturbing for some users. Please be aware of what's going on, as this is important news. I am sorry if I don't know some things. I only learn things way after when it first comes out. This is just a recap of what has been happening for a while now. I am not correct on some of these statements. I know if I'm not, but please be aware of what's been happening for the past few days in America. If I am wrong on some statements, please tell me in the comments. I'm just going to do a recap of what has been happening for the past few days. But first, I'm going to talk about George Floyd, the man who was pleading for his life. For 9 minutes, he was pleading, saying that he can't breathe, but the cops didn't listen. He was an unarmed man. He didn't have any weapons on him. The Minneapolis police just made the protests worse and started the riots. It is the police's fault, and it is not something that you should take lightly as a policeman killed an unarmed man. What if it was your family member? What if it was your brother? What if it was your uncle? What if it was your great-grandfather? You would care. You would be angry. You would be mad. You would want something to be done. You would want someone to prosecute the man that murdered your loved one, murdered your family. Would you want that? If I was a person, if I was his family, I would want the police officer to be held accountable for his actions. He suffocated. He murdered him. This is first-degree murder. He knew what he was doing. I just want to say something else. There has been a video that has been seen that this person, a white old woman, was in a wheelchair and was getting sprayed with one of those fire extinguishers by a black person. There's black people all around, but there's a reason for that. The woman was stabbing people. She was stabbing people. She was stabbing people. She was stabbing black people, stabbing people that had families. What if she would have killed someone? No one would have cared. Oh, it's not her fault. She's wheelchaired. Self-defense. It's self-defense. It's not their fault. It's not her fault. It was self-defense. It's not self-defense. You're stabbing people. You're hurting them. And it's just wrong. It's wrong to do that. I don't blame them for spraying her with a fire extinguisher. They were stopping her from harming people. And there might be video proof that she's actually not disabled, because it might have been caught on tape that she was standing up walking around, so we don't know. But she was stabbing people, so I'd believe it. There's also been another murder that the police did. This is just what I know. So there was this 29-year-old black woman. Her family called the police for just some medical help or some sort, but the family was forced out of the apartment. They lived on the top story of the apartment. The 29-year-old woman was on the balcony. The policemen were just not doing anything properly. They wouldn't let the family back in the house. The family couldn't get back in the house. The door was locked or something. The family just imagine being not able to help your loved one. The policeman pushed the 29-year-old woman over the railing. She fell to the ground and you could see what happened. She died. The policemen are trying to say it was suicide. She jumped by herself. But the police just are, in my opinion, wrong. She was not suicidal. Her neighbors, the people that live next to her, that know her, said that she would never do something like that. Her family would have probably known if she was suicidal, as most families talk with each other and know about how people are in their family. But this is just all I know so far with the news. There's also been some things that Donald Trump has said. He did threaten the black people, saying like something sort of like the looters, if they start looting, they'll start shooting. It's disgusting. That is something that you don't post about. That is racist. It is horrible. Also, Anonymous, the person that is on Twitter, he's been saying about how all the stuff that has been happening and how Donald Trump is a child. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say the words on here. But if you find the tweet, you could probably see it better than what I could do. But it's something horrible. We can all agree that Donald Trump probably did it. He might have not been convicted for it, but who knows at this point. Everything is confusing. No one knows what's going on. All that's been happening is horrible. All of this has been happening in a global pandemic too. Like, this is horrible. It's suffering, everyone's suffering. But no one can really do anything about it due to, like, how everything's going on, how the government is handling it. We have the right to overthrow the government if it's just not doing its proper job. We have the rights to do it, yet they're forcing us to not do it. We might even go into martial law, but I can't really say anything in that. I could end this video now, and I will. I will do more recaps of what has been happening once I learn more, as it takes me a while to learn some stuff. Bye. See you in the next video.